So I'm going to start my own YouTube channel about pretty much I'm going to rate places I've been, companies for the makeup I've worn, yeah, like food places, retail places. If I bought something somewhere, I might rate it, or I'm just generally going to do what I do best and bitch about things and maybe get a good laugh out of somebody or rile somebody up. I don't even fucking care. So today I decided I was going to do two videos. This first one, which I am actually going to rate White Castle, and then my second one will be the lipstick I'm wearing today. I apologize, shitty lighting, shitty camera. I'm using my phone. But okay, so for the review for White Castle, I had always heard wonderful things about White Castle, and who hasn't? I mean, who the fuck hasn't seen the Harold and Kumar movies? All they ever want to do is fucking eat White Castle. On top of that, I've heard other people say how amazing they are. Yesterday I had the opportunity to have them, and before this I had only had like the frozen White Castle sliders out of like the Walmart freezer section. Those are shit. They're nasty. They're shit. They taste like dog food on a frozen bun. They're gross. So I was skeptical about eating at actual White Castle, but my boyfriend convinced me to go. And I do gotta say, stepping into the building was kind of stepping almost a little back in time. Not completely updated, you know, it was probably some of the, I'm pretty sure, original designs for the White Castles. Not that I mind. It gave it this more, I don't know, antique restaurant look, if that's a thing to say. I actually liked it. You know, the fact that they had little facts on one of the wall about like how many, during a certain year, how many cups of coffee they sold in like 19, whatever the year was, I don't remember, and it was a great amount because they wanted to be the best coffee on the block. That was cool to me. They had maps of Illinois because it was in Joliet, Illinois is where we went, my boyfriend and I. And before I rate the food, I just would like to say, for the price you pay, the amount of food you get is amazing. It's cheap, but you get a lot. And people probably would normally think a slider would fill you up because they're like, you know, little sandwiches. But, you know, you eat 5 of those plus fries and drink a drink, you're gonna be full. So yeah, we spent a little over 20 bucks and got 10 sliders, 2 fries, and 2 drinks. And I did end up spending 99 cents on their gooey butter cake on a stick. You know, we live in America. If it's on a stick, apparently it's good, and I love gooey butter cake. So, yeah, their food, not bad. My boyfriend forgot to order mine without onions. I don't like onions. I really hate them. They're fucking nasty, and the texture of them, it's more than just like I don't like the taste of onions. It's a texture thing. They're just, ugh. But he forgot to order mine without onions. But even though they had quite a decent amount of onions on them, like, I mean, not super overload mounds, but a decent amount, it was finely shredded, a sweeter onion, and it didn't overpower the sliders. Actually, I really would honestly think that it enhanced the taste of it. Yeah, they were really, well, I don't want to say really good, but they weren't bad. They were decent. I would actually probably eat there again. Yeah. I don't know what to say, because I just got like the regular cheese sliders, not like the bacon cheese or like the double sliders, just the regular sliders, because the meal came with 10 sliders, 2 fries, and 2 drinks. The fries, I do gotta say though, I was a little disappointed with. I probably could have went to Walmart and got crinkle cut fries and baked them in an oven, made them myself. That's what they taste like. They lacked flavor. I like ketchup, but I don't like smothering my stuff in ketchup. And I found myself smothering my fries in ketchup like my boyfriend normally does. On the topic of ketchup, all their stuff's in like little packages. They don't have like the pumps. That was a little inconvenient not to have like the pump because of how much ketchup I use. I use like, I think 10 packages of ketchup. The little, you know, rectangle packages. You tear the corner, and you know the corners on those things never fucking tear properly anyway. But yeah, fries disappointed. The sliders, I was actually impressed for what I thought they would taste like. And then, like, I got a grape Fanta. It tasted a little watered down to me for grape Fanta, so I ended up giving that to my boyfriend. Once he finished his, pouring it into his and had root beer, and the root beer was perfectly fine. The gooey butter cake, I wasn't able to eat till later on my way back home to Iowa because I was just so stuffed after eating 5 sliders and a thing of fries. But when I did get a chance to eat it, I wasn't like, I mean, it was good, but I wasn't impressed. There were spots of it that were like delicious moist when you think of like a gooey butter cake, but there was other spots that were more dry, and I think that's probably because they're prepackaged, so I'm pretty sure they're pre-frozen, and I think that probably tends to dry things out a little bit. But other than that, I mean, I'd probably eat the gooey butter cake again. It's gooey butter cake, and I love gooey butter cake. I'm a fat kid. What do you expect? But yeah, it wasn't as good as I'd like to say fucking Walmart's gooey butter cake. Theirs are super rich, moist. Yeah, I don't fucking care if you don't like that word. And not dry. The nice thing about the White Castle, though, I don't have to buy it in this big rectangle. It's a little triangle. They're like 99 cents, so you can't expect too much from that. Because it's really little. Nice snack size, but really little. Cut into like a pie or cake shape. But yeah, I'd probably eat it again. I really would. So, I mean, I'm probably going to give for my rating for the restaurant, like, for the food that I had, I'm probably going to rate it as probably a 7, and it would get rated higher if the fries were better, and if I didn't have to open 80 million packets of ketchup just to get ketchup to smother the fries in. But like I said, and if the gooey butter cake wasn't dried out in spots. For the price, I am definitely labeling that a 10. A 10 out of 10 for the price. Because you get quite a bit of food for very little money, honestly. For the staff, they were kind of impersonal. But, I mean, they were busy. They seemed close-knit together, so, I mean, that's a plus, but they seem kind of impersonal, like, what's your order, here's your food, leave me alone type thing. I wasn't too impressed with the staff, honestly. I mean, I didn't see smiles. The customer service did not feel there. I mean, it was welcoming, but not welcoming, if that makes any fucking sense to anybody. So I'd probably rate their customer service probably about a 5 out of 10. I would have rated it probably lower, but seeing how they were working as a team, and it seemed very close-knit, that's why I gave them a little higher rating, because that's something you can walk into a place and tell if the employees are toxic working with each other, or if they work well. Yeah, as far as the facility, like cleanliness, you know, things of that nature, very clean. I mean, some of it could have been probably a little updated, like some of the chairs that looked like were starting to get a little old. I mean, like surface rust maybe, but it wasn't like quite rust. Yeah, so I mean, The interior could have used just a tad bit updating, but it was fairly clean. So I'm probably going to give that probably about a 8 out of 10. Just because of the way some of the tables looked. Got it a lower score, but like I said, floor is swept. I never used the bathrooms. I guess I should have. My boyfriend did, and he didn't complain. Yeah. And on a different note, I can't eat seafood. I'm allergic, but my boyfriend had one of their, like, seafood sliders, and he was in love. So that's always nice. How much he liked it. He said he actually wished I could try it because he loved it so much, which is pretty amazing for, like, a fast food restaurant, like a seafood slider. You think of, like, this frozen patty and it's going to be gross, but he absolutely loved it. So that's nice. I think there was a little issue with the sauce that he had, like there wasn't enough or something like that. But like I said, when he took a bite into it, and you could just tell he absolutely fell in love with that little nasty seafood slider. So that was pretty impressive. He didn't have any complaints about the fries. He liked them. Yeah, so I figured I would add that on top of it if you were thinking about trying out any other, like, seafood slider type things. Apparently they're good. So that is my review of White Castle. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. You guys have a great day.